Today in class we're going to learn about multiple alleles. Since I cannot be with you in class today, I created a video. You will also watch the Amoeba Sisters to learn a little bit more about multiple alleles. When you watch the Amoeba Sisters, they will write their blood types a little bit different than I do. You can use either method to write your blood types. However, I do think this method is a little bit easier, but you may choose whichever method you prefer. So a man with type B blood marries a woman with type O blood. Will any of their children have type A blood? Explain and show your work. So as we look at blood types do show multiple alleles. So we have the allele B, we have the O allele, and we also have the A allele. We're still going to be working with various types of dominance. Specifically, we're going to be looking at codominance here between the A and B, where A does not cover up B, B does not cover up A. A and B will be seen together when they are present. O, however, exhibits your regular dominance pattern, where B can cover up O. B will be dominant, O will be recessive. A can also cover up O. A will be dominant, O will be recessive. So in order to answer this question, we have to decide what the genotypes of the man and the woman are. So if the blood type is B, that is the phenotype. And as you remember from the video, blood type B can have two different genotypes. So here you can see that blood type B, phenotype B, can have the genotype BB or BO, because remember, O is recessive to both B and A. So if it's just phenotype B, then it could be two capital Bs, or it could be BO. You'll never see that O if a B or an A is present. The woman has blood type O, so her phenotype is O, and O is recessive to everything else, so if her blood type, her phenotype is O, that means her genotype could only be O. She cannot possibly have an A or a B because A and B are both dominant to O. So now that we've determined the genotypes of the man, BB or BO, and the woman, OO, we can figure out if any of their children have the possibility of having type A blood by completing a Punnett square. So I'm going to set up my Punnett square, and I'll set it up using the man on one side, the female on the other side, just as you do with any other Punnett square. So I'm starting with the BO genotype, and I'm going to cross my letters in, so dropping the B and O down from the top and bringing the O's in from the left. So here you can see that I've dropped in all my letters, and from these two, a man that's BO, which would be phenotype B, and a woman that's OO, which would be phenotype O, none of their children have an A. So none of their children could possibly be type A blood. They could be type B blood, or they could be type O blood, but they cannot be type A blood. So now we'll complete another Punnett square with the BB genotype, which would still be phenotype B, and we're going to see if any of the children from that cross could possibly be type A blood. So I've set up another Punnett square, and I use BB as my genotype for the man this time. The woman's genotype doesn't change because she's type O, so she can't possibly have any other letters in her genotype other than type O. Again, we'll bring the letters down from the top and in from the left. And now we'll look at the results of this Punnett square. So this time, again, none of my children could possibly be, or none of their children could possibly be, type A blood. There are no letter A's anywhere in this Punnett square. If the A was present, it would be co-dominant with B. So it would not be covered up by B, nor would it cover up B. It would sit alongside of B, and you would have both alleles, and we know that when you have both alleles present, that is co-dominance. The O is recessive to both B and A. So if A was present, it would cover up the O. B is present, and the B is covering up the O. So if this man was BB as his genotype, none of their children could be anything but type B blood, because the genotype BO is also the phenotype B. So depending on what his genotype is, BO versus BB, that will determine the outcome of their offspring. Again, if he is BB, the only genotypes that his offspring could be are BO. And if he was BO, his offspring could be BO, which would make them type B blood, or they could be OO because they could inherit that recessive O from him and a recessive O from the woman, making them type O blood.